Welcome. If you could please be seated, we will get started. Thank you. It's great to hear happy sounds. This is a special afternoon for our nursing graduates. And good afternoon to our students, to their families, to the staff and faculty of our college, and to our honored guests. Welcome to the Mark and Robin Jones College of Nursing's Fall Recognition Ceremony. My name is Sarah Shannon, and I am the Dean of the College of Nursing. Students, tomorrow at the MSU commencement ceremony, you will receive your diploma, signifying the degree that you have worked hard to earn. Evidence that you are now prepared to make a difference in the lives of individuals, families, and the communities that you will care for. Today is a different day. At this gathering, our BSN graduates, as BSN graduates, you will receive the Montana State University College of Nursing pin. Now, a pinning ceremony is a symbolic welcoming of graduating nurses into the profession of nursing. In the United States, pinning ceremonies date back to the 1880 graduating class of Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York City. Many schools of nursing across the world began this tradition after that start, designing a unique pin to identify their graduates. So your pin will have the MSU blue and gold surrounded by a halo of white with the MSU initials in the center. You won't wear it every day as the nurses of old did, but when you do wear it with pride. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform party. And I ask that we hold our applause until I've introduced the entire group. Dr. Robert Makwa, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost of Montana State University. Oh, yeah, don't clap yet. Dr. Susan Raff, and if you want to stay standing, that'd be great. Dr. Susan Raff, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Dr. Molly Secor, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Ann Galloway, Bozeman Campus Director. Dr. Tracy Koch, Missoula Campus Director. Dr. Susan Luperel, Great Falls Campus Director. Kaki Mendias, Kalispell Campus Director, and Debbie Fisher, Billings Campus Director. Please join me in recognizing them. We also have some honored guests in our audience, whom I would like to acknowledge. Again, I ask that you hold your applause until they have been introduced. So, Pat Oriot, you are an outstanding alum, former member of the Dean's Advisory Cabinet, and truly one of the first NPs to serve Montana. Would you raise your hand and wave it all? Thank you. And Dina Richter, you have been a member of the Dean's Advisory Council, and I thank you so deeply for your commitment to our college. Dina. Thank you for all you've done for the college and for MSU for many years. Okay, now why don't we recognize the real stars of today? Students, would you please stand and allow us to recognize you? You may be seated. You know, graduates, none of you could have completed the achievements we are here to celebrate today without the support of your family and your friends that are here with you today. At this time, with the family and friends of the graduates who are here and who you have supported, please stand. And graduates, it's your chance to thank them. That's always fun. All right, and students, you have also been guided, mentored, challenged, and supported by the outstanding faculty and staff of the Montana State University College of Nursing and the many clinical partners who have generously provided opportunities for learning. At this time, with the faculty and staff, preceptors, and clinical partners who are present, please stand. And please join me in offering our appreciation to these people who help to make your nursing education a reality. Okay, stand on up. And finally, I'd like to take a moment for all of us to recognize the many generous donors who help to support the education of our students through student scholarships and in a myriad of other ways. Please join me in thanking them for their belief in you and in our college. Thank you. Well, before we begin the real reason you came here, our recognition ceremony, I'd like to tell you a little bit about your college. In 1937, our founding dean, Anna Pearl Sherrick, convinced the president of the then Montana State College that Montana's nursing students they belonged right beside Montana's engineering students, the biology, math, education students, to obtain their foundational knowledge here at MSC at that time. And the MSU School of Nursing was born, 1937. BSN students completed their prerequisites here on the Bozeman campus, and then they completed their clinical education, their nursing-specific courses, at that time in Great Falls. In 1939, we added our Billings campus, and since then have added our additional campuses. The Montana State University has continued to embrace the daughters and sons of Montana by investing in these 5 nursing campuses located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, Kalispell, and Missoula, where students complete their clinical learning experiences as upper division traditional or accelerated bachelor students. In addition, the college began offering graduate nursing education in 1956. And today, we offer a Doctor of Nursing Practice degree, the highest degree for this particular practice, with options to certify as a family nurse practitioner or as a psych mental health nurse practitioner. We also offer a master's focused on rural clinical nurse leadership. A little over a year ago, we began a new chapter in our college as the Mark and Robin Jones College of Nursing. We go forward as one of the elite number of named colleges of nursing, thanks to a generous investment of Mark and Robin. We will be starting a certified nurse midwifery program, hiring 5 endowed professors, increasing the number of scholarships for our students, and building new educational facilities on each of our 5 campuses located in Billings, Great Falls, Kalispell, Missoula, and here in Bozeman. The future of your college is very bright, but here's what I want you to really think about, each of you out there. Mark and Robin Jones didn't give us a gift. They made an investment. And if you ever wonder what you're worth $101 million. Montana State University College of Nursing has always chosen to be on the cutting edge, an early adopter, on the forefront. We intend to educate the best nurses, nurse leaders, and nurse practitioners, and soon, nurse midwives, not just in Montana, but in the world. So now, family, friends, guests, it is your turn to meet these remarkable people. Let's begin our ceremony, and we would like to start with recognition of our graduate, Justin Campbell, who has completed his ROTC training and is entering the U.S. Army. Justin, please come up to the stage. Just stand right there and I'm going to embarrass you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So, Justin is from Missoula, Montana. He earned a 3-year Army ROTC scholarship and began at MSU Bozeman in the fall of 2018. Besides completing the nursing requirements, which you all have discovered are very intensive, he also completed 9 semesters of Army ROTC training, which is an additional 35 credit hours, and hours of early morning physical fitness training. Justin was busy last summer with the Army. He trained at Fort Knox, Kentucky for 4 intensive weeks, and then was selected to participate in the nurse summer training program at Tripler Army Medical Center in Hawaii for another 4 weeks. Second Lieutenant Campbell will serve on active duty after he completes further Army nurse training at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Please give our newest Army nurse officer a round of applause. All right, now we'll begin the pinning portion of our ceremony. So graduates from each campus are going to come forward. We'll call which campus, accompanied by their designated family member or members to be pinned. Our assistant campus directors will read the names of each student, and they will be honored on the platform by their campus director. We have a photographer available as you leave the stage, right there, who will be able to take some pictures with your family member. So we're going to begin with our Bozeman graduates. I would like to invite our Assistant Campus Director for the Bozeman campus, Kim Kuzak, to the podium and to read the names of our campus graduates. And will the Bozeman graduates please line up over on the side here to receive your pins with your family member.
Thank you, Dean Shannon. It is my pleasure to recognize the graduating BSN students from the Bozeman campus. Molly Ross Hansen is being pinned by her mother, Jessica Hansen. Tiara McGee. Tiara McGee being pinned by Jake, Brooklyn, and Eliana, her husband and daughter. Kira Meredith being pinned by Heather and Mark Meredith and Ron Burke, mother, father, and boyfriend. Sophia Thompson being pinned by her mother, Beatrice McDavid. Shauna Finch being pinned by her husband, daughter, and son, Brent, Clara, and Paxson. Emmett Sprout being pinned by his mother, Cheryl Beejan. Ellie Johnson being pinned by her father, Brandon Johnson. Katie Dubois being pinned by her parents, Allison Frank Dubois. Ethan Simmons being pinned by his dad, Todd Simmons. Lindsay Benson being pinned by her mother, Joni Benson. Jacob Martin being pinned by his mother, Janelle Martin. Amy Stern being pinned by her daughter, Addie. Vigers being pinned by her dad, Guy Vigers. Bailey Togerson being pinned by her husband, Jacob Togerson. Cody Brandt being pinned by Lucy O'Hagan and Blake Martin, his mother and father. Kayla Raymond being pinned by her mother-in-law, Jackie Raymond. Mackenzie Smith being pinned by her grandpa, Bob Smith. Please join me in congratulating the Bozeman campus students. I would like to welcome Beth Pecora, Assistant Campus Director for our Missoula campus, to the podium. Will the Missoula students please start lining up to receive your pins?
Thank you, Kim. It is my pleasure to recognize the graduating BSN students from the Missoula campus. Sophia Ramos Auburn, pinned by her husband and son, Oscar. Kelsey Crittenden, pinned by her parents, Pam and Billy. Anna Jacobson, pinned by her mother, Debbie, and her aunt, Leona. Justin Moore being pinned by his sister-in-law, Caitlin. Sarah Flower, being pinned by her parents Sydney and Dawn and her fiance Quincy. Samantha Hansen, being pinned by her husband Samuel and her parents Eric and Uni. Grace Fisher, being pinned by her parents Kelly and Matthew. Caitlin Novak, being pinned by her parents Brandy and Jeremy. Kylie Willett, being pinned by her parents John and Judy. Justin Campbell, being pinned by his father, Bob. Elizabeth Gwinner, being pinned by her mom, Wendy Gwinner, and her mentor, Dr. Dale Mayer. Bronwyn McCormick, being pinned by her sister Frankie. Colette Spade Koenig, being pinned by her children Adrian and Blakely with the help of boyfriend Gabriel. Greta Wellenstein, being pinned by her mom, Corey. Emma Patrash, being pinned by her mother, Meredith. Joyce Hatfield, being pinned by their partner, Andrea Leo Cox. Sarah Michelle being pinned by her mom, Rita, and her husband, Ethan. Please join me in congratulating our Missoula students. I would now like to welcome Amanda Moss, Assistant Campus Director on our Great Falls campus, to the podium. Will the Great Falls students please start lining up to receive your pins?
Thank you, Beth. It is my pleasure to recognize the graduating BSN students from the Great Falls campus. We have Anya Chandel being pinned by Jesus Ramirez and Claire McKeever. Next, we have Crystal Cozell being pinned by her father and husband, Dr. Robert Cozels and Garrett Kozlel. We have Maggie Abrams, who's being pinned by her husband, Elliot. Sarah Myers, she's being pinned by her mother, Teresa McEwen, and mother-in-law, Jill Myers. Pamela Janus being pinned by her daughter, Emma. Reed Patterson being pinned by his dad, Bob. Mackenzie Johns being pinned by her mother, Julie Doran. Hannah Olson being pinned by her husband, Adam, and 3 kids, Braden, Benny, and Cameron. Taylor Bain, who's being pinned by her mother, Tammy. Brian Stoic, being pinned by his wife, Anna, and mom, Jan. Taylor Santee, who's being pinned by her mother, Julie, and dad, Carrie. Emily Saxa, being pinned by her mother, Lori, and father, Frank. Aislinn Love, being pinned by her siblings, Ariel and Tucker Love. Darlene Evelyn Lewis, being pinned by her mother, Mary Lewis. Please join me in congratulating the students from the Great Falls campus. I'd like to welcome Sarah Wangren, Assistant Campus Director for our Kalispell campus, to the podium. Will Kalispell students please start your line in the receiving line up here for your pins?
Thank you, Amanda. It is my pleasure to recognize the graduating BSN students from the Kalispell campus. Briella Foreman, being pinned by parents Morita and Richard and sisters Mirakai and Claire Bear. Brittany Marquand, being pinned by her grandma, Carolyn Marquand, and her boyfriend, Sean Cooksey. Matthew Borden, being pinned by his mom and dad, Sandy and Greg. Kara Sword, being pinned by her mom, Chris Tierney. Rebecca Schreiner, being pinned by her husband, Randall, and her sister, Rachel. Please join me in congratulating our Kalispell students. I would like to welcome Dr. Jeannie Connor, Assistant Campus Director of our Billings campus, to the podium. Will the Billings students please start lining up to receive your pins?
All right, thank you, Sarah. It's my pleasure to recognize the graduating BSN students from the Billings campus. Madison Clout, being pinned by her sister, Megan Clout. Tessa Delger, being pinned by her mom, Mary, and dad, Jeff. Dory Callie, being pinned by her parents, Brian and Val. Kayla Lambert, being pinned by her mom, Susan, and Debbie. Lilia Renova, being pinned by her grandma and mom. Taylor Kaziski, being pinned by her parents, Jane and Mike. Mackenzie Birchall, being pinned by her mom, Kathy, and dad, Isaac. Megan Lutmer, being pinned by her mom, Amy. Emma Arnst Miller, being pinned by her mom, Margie Arnst. Montana Sage Collins, being pinned by her mother, Julie Collins, and her grandmother, Sharon Collins, who is a former nurse. Haley Marie Cannon, being pinned by her awesome parents, Kevin and Holly. Anna Szymanski, being pinned by her mother, Stephanie Szymanski. Kaya Dory Simpson, being pinned by her mother. Anna Ripp, being pinned by her sister Laura Ripp and her dad Fred Ripp. Emmeline Lamore, being pinned by her parents, Brent and Mary. Rich Sanders, being pinned by his spouse, Tara, who is also a nurse. Jessica Albers, being pinned by her husband, Lane Albers. Macy Holland, being pinned by her husband, Ty Holland. Ashlyn Joy Lewis Martin, being pinned by her husband, Lane. Daniela Rosales, being pinned by her partner, Austin Tracer. Rose Frances Duncan, being pinned by her parents, Paul and Courtney. Tu An Min Fan, being pinned by her best friend, Shobita. Shanda Rockwood, being pinned by her friend Samantha Hoppy. And Samantha Hoppy, being pinned by her best friend, husband, and parents. Destiny Kane, being pinned by her husband Nick and 3 children. Emma Baumstark, being pinned by her grandma, Pat Baumstark, who is a nurse who graduated in 1964. Parker Sampson, being pinned by his mom, Michelle Sampson, and his sister, Ellie Sampson. Eden Hotsfield, being pinned by her significant other, Dylan Parr. Matt Bask, being pinned by his faculty, Jordan Teller. Zoe Steinmetz, being pinned by her husband, Corey Steinmetz. Michelle Gill, being pinned by her husband, Stephen Gill, and her son, Bannock. Davida Grant, being pinned by her mom, Henrietta, and her husband, Zoe. Annika Linkenbach, being pinned by her parents, Cindy and Jeff Linkenbach. Chris Hasbrook, being pinned by his parents, Bruce and Sue Hasbrook. Brittany Bars, being pinned by her dad. Abby Richards, being pinned by her mother and nurse, Kim Richards. Please join me in congratulating our Billings students.
Wow. Do you feel safer? With all these terrific Bobcat nurses entering the workforce. Woo. Well, I'd like to speak to the students for a minute. This group of students entered their bachelor's degree in nursing during a very challenging time. They entered during a pandemic. I graduated from nursing school just a few months before the HIV epidemic hit the world. It was a time of uncertainty, confusion, and fear. HIV was a death sentence in the early years. We weren't sure how it was spread, but the HIV epidemic ultimately changed healthcare for the better. Universal precautions were implemented. All the nursing students know what I just said. Ask your nursing student if you don't understand what I said. Not only were healthcare workers protected from HIV through universal precautions, but from the most transmissible blood-borne infection, hepatitis. Prior to universal precautions, when I entered the nursing field, healthcare clinicians had a 10-fold incidence of hepatitis compared to the general public. That has been all but erased, thanks to, in large part, to the better practices around handling blood and other body fluids. Now, I share that with you because it can be hard when you're at the start of something, like, in this case, the COVID pandemic. Healthcare will be forever changed by the last 2-3 years, who's counting, just as it was by HIV. But I want to make a few predictions. And in 10 years, I hope you will remember today and you'll think back on what I got right and what I got wrong. And I'd love it if you reached out to me to remind me. But there are many of you who I just saw today who one of the earliest times I saw you was at our mass vaccination clinics. You really have had your entire education be bookended by the COVID pandemic. So here's my predictions. First, I predict that we are going to adopt some type of universal respiratory precautions in healthcare settings to protect frontline healthcare workers. Perhaps this will primarily be in the emergency department or until rapid testing can be done or some other data-driven criteria. But I believe we're going to see a major change in the way we perceive the need to protect healthcare workers until we're able to diagnose what that patient is coming in with. Now, second, I predict that negative pressure rooms will become standard in emergency rooms and ICU units. And again, this will protect the healthcare worker in addition to patients. We will create a safer care and work environment. And finally, and this is the one I want you to really pay attention to, I predict that our models of nursing care are on the cusp of a major change. We need a system of nursing care that is more resilient and will ensure that expert nurses are available to support nurses who are new to a particular patient care setting. Part of what we saw during the pandemic was nurses needed to be redeployed to new settings. And even though they were experienced in their former setting, they were new to taking care of a patient such as one with COVID. We need to figure out a resilient system where our nursing expertise is available to those nurses who are novice to the setting. Well, I'm nearing the end of my career, so I cannot see what those changes will be because it is your generation of nurses and nurse leaders who are going to create these new models. You are ready for the challenges before you. As you know, and likely your family and your friends have come to understand, your preparation has been rigorous. It has also involved your development as a professional. The citizens of Montana charge your faculty with ensuring that you are smart and competent nurses, but also that you are compassionate and ethical nurses. Professionals who recognize how illness impacts different groups disproportionately, whether that is due to geography or the social determinants of health. Professionals who are committed to lifelong learning that will be necessary as we confront new diseases and new conditions and assimilate new information into our practice. Professionals who embody both competence and accountability. Nurses who embrace the ideals of our proud profession. Nursing is consistently voted the most trusted profession in America. Now, what it's actually voted is the most honest and most ethical profession in America. But here's what I want to say to each of you graduating today. We're not just awarded that, we earn that every single day through our actions. So now, graduates and all nurses present, please stand and join me as we recite the pledge of the professional nurse that is printed on the back of the front cover of your program. In full knowledge of the obligations I'm undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regards to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to preserve quality of life, alleviate suffering, and to promote health as affirmed by the person. I will respect at all times the dignity and beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which may endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the profession. Please be seated. Okay, now you should feel safe. Before we adjourn, please join me in thanking our pianist, Kellen Moore, and all of our College of Nursing staff who put this event together for us today to celebrate our graduates, especially my assistant, Pam Schultz. To you, the friends and family who are gathered today, thank you for coming. Today you get extra points because we had true Montana roads. We have a virtual visitor today. Located in the back, we have two of our Bobcats, our Champ, thank you. It's a special Champ decorated for the season and with a special t-shirt for you to take some fun pictures. Please post your best shots on social media using the hashtag #CatGrad22. Also, graduates, please stop by the check-in table that you went to when you came in in the lobby for your gift from the MSU Alumni Foundation, because you're now an alum. And now, I ask that you remain seated until the platform party, followed by faculty, have exited the ballroom. We have provided some light refreshments in the back for you to stay, socialize with your family, your friends, the faculty and staff, and to celebrate this amazing achievement. Thank you all for coming. And best of all, best luck and congratulations, Bobcat nurses.